1 year ago, I started training Muay Thai, and it was one of the best decisions that I ever made. This is my 1 year Muay Thai transformation from being a complete beginner to someone with a bit of experience, to my first sparring sessions, everything that I did right, everything that I did wrong. A little bit of a backstory in terms of why I started training right. I started training because I was scared of getting hit in the face. I was scared of conflict. I didn't like violence. I didn't like fighting. And I moved to Manchester. There's a lot of like crackheads, like dodgy people around there. And I think one day I was on a walk with my girlfriend and there was like some like weird shit going on, like some altercation or something. And the actual sound of the altercation or kind of that potential like possibility of violence happening made my cortisol spike, like my heart race, like adrenaline dump. And I was like, I am such a fucking pussy, bro. I thought to myself, like, I really need to address this fear and learn to fight and learn to defend myself and learn to not be such a bitch, basically. So I went into Google and I searched what is the most brutal martial art, or what is the best martial art for self-defense. So I can't even remember what I put. It's something like, what is the most brutal martial art? And I got Muay Thai, which is Thai boxing. I didn't even know what it was. Went to Google Maps, found the gym, and this is where my Muay Thai journey starts. So no idea what I'm doing. This is Master A's Muay Thai in Manchester. And I started off, like no clue, like I said, by having like 1 or 2 PT sessions. Absolutely no idea. I had a few of these sessions. I think I might have had 4 one-on-one sessions, just learning the absolute basics. And then I was going to Thailand anyway, so I decided to give it a try in Thailand. Had this first one-on-one PT session with a guy called Kru Songkram Paw Pawin, and the guy's an absolute G. I went in, booked a session with him. I've had about 4 sessions before at this point, still very, very new, and this is kind of where we're starting at. So learning the basics of throwing a punch, of blocking, of kicking, and as you can see, like one of the main things you'll see throughout this video is my body changes so much, man. So I'm holding a lot of body fat. I'm pretty big, I'm pretty bulky, I'm very cumbersome. I've got no clue what I'm doing here. Like even doing these kicks, I'm really struggling with. It's kind of funny to watch it back. And the number one thing straight away that you'll notice is that hip mobility is super important in Muay Thai, and this is what everyone, myself included, struggled with. I did a few of these one-on-one sessions, and I also started doing a few group classes as well. Now, I don't have any videos of this just because I didn't really think I was going to keep doing Muay Thai, but I started going to these group classes. I maybe did about 10 of them when I was out there, and this is when I was first introduced to sparring as well, like straight away. Sparring for the first time, bro, is the most humbling experience humbling thing you'll ever go through. When you spar for the first time, I literally remember saying to my sparring partner, like, I think am I retarded? Because I would just stand there and just get hit in the face. Like I wouldn't know how to react. I wouldn't know how to move. And I'd just constantly get hit in the face. And it was just like, I couldn't move. Like I couldn't move quick enough. And he would just hit me every time and I wouldn't be able to hit him back. And I was like, whoa, this is like crazy. I literally felt like I was stupid. Had that time in Thailand anyway. And then this is like after maybe my first month of training, hitting a bag. As you can see, like, still very, very new. I do this weird thing in my arms as well, where I like make lots of unnecessary movements. And at this point, I'm starting to think like, yeah, I've probably got it. I'm probably pretty good here. Like I've had a month of Muay Thai in Thailand. And the thing with this, right, is the more you know, the less you know. It's called the Dunning-Kruger effect, where when you first start, you start to do all these things like, oh yeah, like I know what I'm doing. I'm starting to get the basics. Like I'm pretty good. And then the more you learn, the shitter you realize that you actually are, and the more you get humbled. So there's lots of humbling experiences in this video that we will be going through. After Thailand, I went back to Master A's in Manchester. I was back home now, and this is where I started to really kind of train properly and really decide like, okay, like I want to get good at this thing. I want to get into it. And this is the first sparring session I have on camera at about 2 months in. This is just boxing, and I'm starting to learn a little bit of head movement. I'm starting to learn, okay, like this is how you move not to get hit so much. And the only way you can learn this is by doing it, is by getting hit. I'm better than I was at the very start, but I'm still obviously not great. Like I've been training for 2 months at this point. Like what do you expect? It takes years and years and years to get good. 3 months after starting, I went back to Thailand and I wanted to train for a solid 2 weeks. Funny story, doing my hand wraps. I remember going to my first Muay Thai session and I was like watching a YouTube video trying to learn how to wrap my hands in the car, and I kept like fucking it up, but I had no idea what to do. I didn't want to look like an idiot there, so I was like watching this video trying to wrap my hands. It just kept on like going wrong and I couldn't do it and I was shit. Anyway, 3 months in, hitting the bag here, and this is is where I start to like really get the issues with the hips. So tight hips, the crew here, the teacher is saying like, you need to turn your hips more into the kick. Like I didn't really understand this. It's quite hard to explain, but imagine you're like thrusting your hips like you're fucking a girl. It's like you want that kind of thrust through at the top end of the kick. It basically means you put more power into the kick when you kick with your hips and you throw your hips into it and you turn your whole body. So I'm trying to like turn my hips away here, and this is like just something that is really hard to learn. Another bad habit that I needed to work on was every time I throw a punch, and I still do this a little bit now, is I drop my front hand. So the crew here, the teacher, is trying to stop me from dropping that front hand, because if you drop your front hand when you pull it back to your head, then it means that you can get hit by other people more easily in sparring. Muay Thai, or like martial arts combat sports in general, it's a fucking humbling experience, bro. There is no room for ego whatsoever, because you start out right and everyone starts out at the same level. Like when you first start, you are gonna be shit. You're gonna get beaten up. You're gonna get beaten up by girls. You're gonna get beaten up by people half the size of you. You're gonna get slapped about. Your ego is gonna get destroyed. And you either have a choice. You either quit, you don't do it because you can't take that, or you go, you get beaten up, you get broken down, you accept, okay, I'm shit at this thing, I'm gonna get beaten up, and then over time you get better. And I feel like if you stick at it, it's so fucking good for you in terms of actually building your confidence, but also like kind of calming your ego a little bit, of being like, yeah, you're not the shit. Yeah, you're a beginner. Yeah, like this person that's half your age and half your size can beat the living shit out into you. The only way to get better is by doing it again and again and again and again. So anyway, this is sparring in Thailand. This guy's a Thai guy. He's a bigger dude. He's trained for longer than me. You can see he's better than me in terms of skill. So it's like a better opponent. But you can see like, okay, this is my first kind of proper sparring session where things are a little bit harder, but I feel like I've got a little bit of confidence as well. I'm still doing a lot of bad things. Like I'm still shying away. I'm still being a pussy. I'm still doing this like weird leaning forwards, lots of bad habits, trying to like hit at the air and panicking when I get hit. But we're returning things. Just teeped him in the face. Like the ultimate disrespect is like teeping someone in the face, bro. Don't do it in sparring. I didn't mean to, but yeah, you can see I'm getting a little bit better. And this was the first time where I was like, oh, okay, like this guy's big, he can do me damage, but I'm kind of managing to defend myself a little bit. I'm not just standing there getting hit in the face, and that started to feel good. And this is the humbling thing about martial arts, because a couple of days later, this Eastern European guy just completely fucking destroys all confidence and just dismantles me. He's obviously very good. He's got very good footwork. He's way better than me. And he just like slapped me about for the full sparring session. I felt like I didn't learn anything at all. And I was like, okay, back to square one with the ego. About the 4-month mark is where I started to really enjoy the training. And I started to actually feel like I was improving a little bit as well. So this is when I just got back from Thailand, like sparring for one of the first times back. And I started to feel like I was knowing a little bit more in terms of what I was doing. I wasn't like a deer, a rabbit caught in the headlights, just freezing, getting hit all the time, shying away all the time. Yeah, I was still shying away. I wasn't great. Like Master Ace saying to me, like, you need to keep your eyes up. As you can see here, I still do it pretty badly, but I was actually starting to really have some fun and starting to enjoy it, which felt really fucking good. But a thing to note here as well is if you're starting this, if you're doing sparring, like I did a little bit when I was younger. So when I was 17, I did about a year of MMA, like maybe a little bit more, a little bit less, can't really remember. But I used to be the smallest, youngest guy there. I was like 16, 17. And I just used to get the fucking shit kicked out of me. And from that, I learned absolutely nothing because I was so terrified. I was so scared all the time. And guys were just used to like use me as a punch bag. And something that I've learned or realized, like going through this again or starting Muay Thai again, is that you're going to come across people that are going to be fucking dickheads. Like you're going to come across people that are going to hit you hard, that are going to smash you, going to use you as a punch bag, especially if you're a bigger dude, especially if you're a little bit taller. There's going to be the odd guy. Like 90% of people are really, 99% of people are like really good, but there'll be like the odd bad apple, like a dude that's trained for like 10 years and he'll just fucking go in on me. And you can see from the way that I spar, I don't hit people hard. Like I'm very conscious that I'm a lot heavier than a lot of people, have a lot of muscle. So I really go to the effort to not hit people too hard, especially at the start. The general rule is hit as hard as you want to get hit.
I'm gonna bang this guy out, bro.
Like this guy, Arash, right? Biggest dickhead go. Nah, I'm joking. Arash is actually a fucking legend. But as you can see, he's one of these dudes that like is trained for a long time. I think when you've trained for a while as well, you don't realize that people are scared when they start learning. But here, like I've got a little bit of confidence now. I don't really mind that he's going a bit harder, that he's beating me up. Like, I'm not so scared. But if he was doing this at the start, like, he knows me fairly well. If he's doing this at the very start when I first started learning, I probably would have been fucking terrified. But yeah, now I'm trying to throw things back. I'm trying not to like hide away. I'm actually trying to be a bit more aggressive with the fighting as well. And then I know that he's going to punish me when I go in there for it. But this is fine. Like, this is chill. I'm happy with this. He knows I'm happy with this, and he knows as well that like if it was I wasn't comfortable, I just have to say to him, and he'd like tone it down, so it's chill. Like, this guy was one of the guys actually that when I turned up there, he would like hit me fucking hard. I'd be like, this guy is a fucking dickhead. I like thought this guy was a literal knob. But then it turned out he was an absolute legend. I said to him, I was like, oh, bro, like, can you show me what I'm doing wrong? And he really, really helped me out. Like probably one of the people that I got on with the best at Master A's Muay Thai. Absolute legend. So it just pays to like communicate with people, because he's like fought for a really long time. They probably don't even realize that you're not comfortable or you're scared of getting hit, because they just can't relate to that anymore. So you do have to say it and just like mention it to them. And equally, you are going to get hit in Muay Thai and combat sports, but don't let people fucking gaslight you into being like, yeah, you just got to learn to take it and all this stuff. Like, yeah, you do, but when you're scared, you don't fucking learn. Like, as is demonstrated from me having done this a little, like for a year when I was younger, I learned absolute zero. But trying to just get used to getting hit here. This is what he's trying to help me with. A bit of head movement. Still not great. I'm still doing this like weird thing in my arms. Keeping my chin a bit lower now as well, but slowly getting there, slowly learning to actually move out the way of punches. I had a bit of a gap from filming for about 3 months because I actually moved to the other side of the country from north to south, and I started going to a new gym. And this is a place called Kenshiro Muay Thai in Brighton, which is the place where I trained up until recently, whilst I still could train. And the standard here was really, really high. Kenshiro is one of the first pad sessions they're filming, so about 3 months of training at this point. And this really made me realize how little I knew when it came to, number one, like sparring, because the standard, they spar a lot harder there. The standard is so fucking high at that gym, like it's ridiculous. And number two, like the little things that I'd never learned, like all of the bad habits that I picked up and had to unlearn because I hadn't had enough like one-on-one PT sessions. This is sparring at 8 months, and one of the first sparring sessions that I've done at Kenshiro, or I did at Kenshiro. Kenshiro is a wicked gym. Like, it's honestly Kenny, the guy that runs it, all the guys there, fucking legends. It's probably the best gym, one of the best gyms I've ever been to in terms of community, in terms of his new gym down in Brighton. If you're down in Brighton, down south, like, definitely check it out. I don't have to say this, but just such a sound guy, and it's such a sick place. It's worth really going to. They got a new place now, which is insane. But anyway, this is one of my first sparring sessions on camera. I'm starting to learn how to return a little bit more as well. So when he attacks me, I'm trying to throw stuff back a little bit, and I'm still trying not to cower away as well. I'm trying not to look away, trying to keep my eyes on him, not to flinch, not to pussy away so much. And again, you're just slowly building up those neurological pathways where you can parry stuff a little bit better, where you can block stuff a little bit better. But yeah, Giza was absolutely outclassing me, as you can fucking see. But sparring's about learning. It's not about trying to beat someone, like it is sometimes, but it's not really about trying to win. It's just about trying to learn, and you got to really, really let go of your ego when you do it, or you're just going to get fucking smashed by someone that's a lot better than you. Another sparring session about 8 or 9 months in, and this is another dude that, like, to begin with, just beat me up a little bit, and I just said to him, like, bro, can you help me out? And as soon as I said that, he was like, yeah, of course. So he's just trying to get me to actually, like, stop looking away, and he's just playing with me, really, like, giving me a chance to kind of block, to actually defend, to attack. I've trained for a little bit at this point. I've got a bit of confidence, even though he is just absolutely pummeling me, so I don't mind it so much, so it's all chill, it's all good. But on this drill, he's just hitting me. I'm have to defend. I can't do anything back, so I'm just trying not to get hit so much. And then we go to regular sparring, and he just absolutely beats me up. But you can see I've still got a lot of bad habits here. So one of the things that I do quite badly is I don't fully extend my arms because I'm a bigger dude. It's a bad habit that I've got, and I've been fighting against a lot of smaller people. I don't want to hit them too hard, so I kind of do this annoying thing where I push rather than using my full range of my arms. So that's something I really need to work on. This is the last sparring that I got on video before all of the shit happened to my leg that I'll explain about in a little bit. And this is James here. He's a few steps ahead of me. He's about 10 10 kilos heavier than me as well. He's had a couple of fights. So it's quite good to spar him because he goes a bit harder, which is, I feel like it's good for me sometimes. But it's not like a massive skill gap where I'm just getting absolutely dominated. So I can still throw a little bit. But now, like, I'm getting to the point where this was a shocker of a sparring session for me. Like, sometimes you have good ones, sometimes you have bad ones. I just felt like I was being retarded here. But starting to be able to attack a little bit more, still being quite flinchy. But I'm just trying to really, really throw that rear kick and get better at throwing those kicks, get better at returning after I block, like just being a bit more aggressive with it. But here it's just like we have the battle of the rear kicks, and he just absolutely freaking dominates me as he catches me in the back of the legs. And that was my final sparring session before all this shit went down, which is a real shame because I wanted to get a good one in. I actually wanted to end this video on a fight, so I wanted to train for a year, have a fight after a year, and just put that at the end of the video to compare the start and finish. So what happened next was I actually got an infection in my knee. I flew to Thailand to make a Muay Thai video just after these clips here, after about 10 months of training to make Muay Thai videos, to train pro fighters, to make loads of sick content. When I landed in Thailand, it turned out I had an infection in my knee, septic arthritis, a torn ACL, a torn PCL, torn ligaments, osteoarthritis, basically every single thing wrong in my knee that I could possibly have wrong with it. Ended up having a surgery out there. And I haven't been able to walk very well or train at all for the last about 2 months. So the surgeon said he's not sure if I can ever train Muay Thai again. I've been told I can't do lots of stuff lots of times. So I'm just going to take it as it comes, see what happens. But yeah, that's kind of where I've been recently and why this video isn't a full year and isn't the video that I thought it was going to be, unfortunately. But 2025 has been a fucking tough year for me. Like, it's been really tough, been really good, but it's been really tough. A lot of stuff going on behind the scenes. And on days where I wouldn't even want to get out of bed or wouldn't want to do anything, if I was having a really tough day, I'd drag myself to that Muay Thai gym, Kenshiro, like drag myself in there, get beaten up for a couple of hours, and I would leave like feeling fucking amazing. So I would say everyone should do it. Everyone should try it. And it was, yeah, one of the best things I've done, one of the best things I've ever did. And I really hope to step in the ring. But I'll go through the last couple of pad sessions anyway, like compare the first 1 month to the last like 10 to 11 months. But I just really started working with Kenny on technique stuff now. And as you can also see, like from the start, my body has changed so much as well in terms of flexibility, in terms of my actual physique. I prefer my physique a lot more here, like this leaner, slightly smaller, more athletic look. I think I'm about 87 kilos at this point. But bro, I didn't even realize at the time, like, I was looking fucking good. I've got fat now because I've been not walking for 5 weeks, but physique is looking really, really, really good. At about 9 to 10 months in, I started to pick up more one-on-one sessions. I started to have a weekly one-on-one session with Kenny as well. Like, I didn't get to do loads because of the knee stuff happened, but this really, really started to help me. And one of the things, if I was to do this again, that I would do is go back and get more one-on-one sessions, invest more into it from the start, because I started to build up a lot of bad habits just from the group classes that I needed to work out of me on these one-on-one sessions. 10 months of training, and this is the final session on the pads. I don't feel like I've got that good at all, but compared it to the start, like, I've got way better than I was originally. I don't feel like I'm particularly talented. I got good particularly quick, but like a lot sharper on the pads, a lot more confident, a lot more comfortable in sparring. And from Muay Thai, I now know that someone can pretty comfortably come and kick me in the face and I can deal with it pretty well. So it's been like one of the best years of my life. Like I said, I really hope I can keep doing it, and I'll keep making videos about it if I can. I just got to see about these surgeries, see about my knee, get better first. And yeah, everything from the mindset to the fitness to the confidence it gives you, absolutely wicked. If you're on the fence about it, get down to a Muay Thai gym, send it, give it a chance, give it a good 3, 4, 5, 6 months, and it might just be the best thing you do. But people, hope you enjoyed that video. If you want to grab anything from my sponsors, Vanquish, all the shorts that I'm wearing and a lot of the Thailand stuff especially are from there. If you want to get some supplements, electrolytes are really good for Muay Thai. Creatine, electrolytes, everyone should be taking that does any kind of combat sport. Whey protein as well. Ghost is absolutely banging. 20% off that with code Mo. Supports me and goes towards my surgery fund. That was 1 year of training Muay Thai. Thank you for tuning in. Ciao.